Hey everyone, welcome back again to the channel. This would be, I guess, the third episode, or the third update of my situation since I've been home. I wasn't expecting this to be like a regular series, but here we are. Today, let me think. The tow company came and got the pickup truck from GF's driveway this morning. And sent it to Jim Key Ford in Orleans, Ontario. This was the address or the name that was given to me by my claims adjuster. So he invoiced me. It only ended up being $88. So the truck arrived and Jim Key Ford phoned, and I gave him my agent's name. And after I got the call from the dealership, the police department in northern Quebec phoned to finally take down my accident report. I guess this was something I should have probably done immediately during the accident, but the only thing I was thinking of is just getting myself to safety and the dog to safety and going from there. But yeah, the police department phoned, and it was a French-speaking officer who didn't know any English, and my French is terrible, so we had a bit of a banter back and forth, and he abruptly hung up. So I'm assuming he's trying to find somebody that can take the call who speaks English. So I called my agent back to explain that the truck was at the dealership that she told me to send it to, and that the police were trying to get a hold of me. So while I was on the phone with her, the Jim Key Ford dealer called again. They didn't leave a message. I called them back again after I got off with my agent and got their voicemail. But while talking to the agent, apparently there's a Jim Key Ford in Orleans, and it's a dealership. But my agent wanted me to send the truck to Jim Key Collision Center, which is in Gatineau. She said she texted me the actual address, not just the dealer name, but apparently they had my wrong phone number on file. That's corrected now, but that's obviously totally my fault. So now, because my Bronco is at the dealership instead of the collision center, my agent has to find a third-party independent appraiser to go to that dealership to check out the Bronco. And she says the soonest that'll happen is probably the middle of next week. So things aren't moving along very well. But just goes to show just how sideways things can go. I can't imagine if I was hospitalized in an accident, how I'd be able to manage to deal with all this, or who would be responsible, or who would take up the task. But it's huge. It's massive. It's probably be a good episode idea, maybe even a live broadcast where we can talk about risk management. And I wasn't even off-roading. I was on a public road, a named public road, and just so happened to be in the middle of nowhere. But I mean, the consequences of making a mistake or having something go wrong are really, really high. I know I've heard it 1,000 times, and you're gonna keep on hearing that you never go wheeling by yourself. I mean, 90% of the travel I do or more is by myself. And this trip was probably the most remote I've ever been on a trip. And it ended up like this, and it's not a good scene, that's for sure. But yeah, maybe we can discuss something like this in a live episode in the future, maybe. But I mean, I'll use people out there that go wheeling off-road. Check your policies, make sure you got the coverage that you need. Not having the rental coverage was a big thing for me. It was a bit of a shock, to be honest with you. But make sure you got the coverage and make sure you're out there and you're safe and you don't take extra risks. But anyway, that's all I got for today. So thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.